keep a straight face during that is beyond me. The late Chris Farley became an SNL legend with his motivational speaker character Matt Foley and that classic sketch from 1993. We'll definitely be seeing that clip on the SNL 50th anniversary celebration live Sunday on NBC and Peacock. It is going to be epic. And as we count down to the milestone show, we've been looking back at our own SNL moments. And we were there as Emma Stone, Drew Barrymore, and Lindsay Lohan, they all hit the SNL stage as hosts.
It's something I never expected. It's a huge honor, and it's something that when it happens, you're like, what? Are you serious?
I'm your host, Lindsay Lohan.
Lindsay's first of 4 times hosting was in April of 2004, the same weekend Mean Girls hit theaters. And starring in that movie along with SNL cast members Tina Fey and Amy Poehler made her hosting gig a lot less nerve-wracking.
It's always better if you know people and you're more comfortable.
Are you doing any Mean Girls skits?
I'm not sure. I'm sure there'll be something. I don't want to say anything because I have to see it.
I can't have children.
Well, what we did get was an SNL classic, the very first Debbie Downer that had everyone, including Lindsay, breaking character.
You know what, Debbie? You are totally ruining my trip to Disney.
But Lindsay told Jimmy Fallon who she blames for busting up.
You were the one who made everyone else laugh.
No!
Yes, you was.
Please welcome Lindsay Lohan.
That's not Lindsay, but Emma Stone playing her when Emma hosted her first of 5 SNLs in October of 2010.
This is my biggest dream in my entire life, so this is the best week ever.
I'm way too busy to go to jail. I have a career. I'm just going to tell them that. They'll totally get it.
And getting the green light to host made her very emotional.
When I found out, I cried on the floor for a while.
Drew's going to be hosting this week, and Molly rolls in it.
And we were with Drew Barrymore for her 1999 hosting gig when she rehearsed with Will Ferrell and her Never Been Kissed co-star Molly Shannon.
I felt really comfortable coming on the show because of Molly. That really helped. No, I'm not kidding.
This was Drew's big return after 17 years. It was in 1982 when the fresh-faced young star of E.T. was the youngest host of SNL at age 7.
Can I get you a glass of milk, honey?
Milk? I'm a Barrymore. Get me a drink and make it a double.
And that early memory stuck with her.
Like it was yesterday. I mean, just as vivid as a memory could ever possibly be.
That, I imagine, is something you would never forget. All right, this weekend brings...
So what are you going to do? Who are you going to be? Are you going to fly? No.
Don't bounce. Don't mind.
The usually serious Harrisons got jokes.
He's on set all the time cracking jokes and just causing trouble. He's like a bad, high school kid that you can't control.
He's so just a dream. I admire him so much as an actor.
Liv Tyler returns to the Marvel world playing the General's daughter she originally played in 2008's The Incredible Hulk.
It's been 17 years, and I always wondered if I was still Betty Ross.
I just love Liv Tyler. Fun to see her back on the screen. All right, well, now to some more of our memories from SNL. This time, we head back 15 years with our time with Katy Perry.
This is going to be my debut on the season premiere. I'm very excited, a little nervous.
Hi, I'm Amy Poehler, and I'm hosting the season premiere of Saturday Night Live this week with musical guest Katy Perry.
I'm excited to be on Saturday Night Live because I think it's hilarious. You know, I would stay up late after my parents would go to sleep and watch them, and I'm hoping they will let me do a skit.
You're right. Yeah. No, honey, don't bounce. Don't mind.
Well, Katy got her wish, and she must have impressed because the following year she was back, but this time as host, and we were there too.
If I completely embarrass myself, I'll just stick to music. I'll fall back on that.
Easy, love. That's your queen.
That's the queen, eh? I thought Gandalf was in drag.
But the most challenging thing for Katie wasn't her time doing sketches, but time itself.
Getting up early because I'm used to LA time and New York is 3 hours ahead, obviously. And we don't end our days here, or I don't typically fall asleep till like 2 a.m. So I'm running on Starbucks right now.
I have never even been on SNL, and I get that struggle. But listen, do not forget to watch the 3-hour SNL 50th anniversary special live Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern on NBC and Peacock. And next up, they are two of SNL's brightest stars, and now we put Andrew Dismukes and James Austin Johnson to the ultimate SNL test. But first, SNL alum Bill Murray stars alongside Naomi Watts in the new movie, The Friend. The story revolves around Murray's character passing away and giving his beloved 150-pound Great Dane, Apollo, to Watts. Look for it in theaters this spring.
He's there at the top of the hill, between the two bridges, silhouetted against the limpid sky.
You're making this up.
He could have a point. But the fact is, the dog magically appeared.
He can't stay. Management company, they are very strict.
Not a problem. I'm working on it. Just a few days.
My dryness for up to 7.
At the top.
My dryness for up to 72 hours. New CeraVe Intensive Moisturizing Lotion.
James Austin Johnson and Andrew Dismukes brought the laughs to SNL's The Weekend Update desk as Imagine Dragons ripoff band Remembering Lizards. They are hilarious and definitely part of the reason why SNL is still at the top of its game. And now, as the show celebrates 50 seasons, we checked in on Andrew and James, who told us all about the show's mysterious audition process with producer Lorne Michaels. That's going to do it for us, though, here at Universal Studios Hollywood. I'm Scott Evans. Till next time.
It sounds weird, but I always knew I would be on SNL.
Who you gonna call? Who you gonna call? Who you gonna call?
You do your audition, and then you go meet with Lorne. If it goes good, you meet with Lorne. And then he kind of has this you have this cryptic meeting with him, and then you just go home for like a week, and you're like, I think I got the job.
Yeah.
But you don't really know, because all he said was like, we're going to see how you look in wigs.
Of course, before Andrew and James were on the show, they were dedicated fans, so we put them to the test to see how well they know SNL.
Drew Barrymore. Culkin? Drew Barrymore. Dang it.
I'm Drew Barrymore.
Betty White?
Betty White. Betty White. Betty White.
It's great to be here for a number of reasons.
Jim Carrey?
What is his name? I feel so bad that now I know who it is, but now his name, Swayze, Patrick Swayze.
Swayze, yeah. I'm always about to say Kurt Russell, because they both have the same hot guy mullet. Don't get Kurt Russell mixed up with Swayze.
Well, someone we're not worried about, our girl, Amy Schumer. She's back in action professionally and personally. The 43-year-old revealing to me some important life lessons she's learned along the way. I always appreciate your honesty and how outspoken you are about your own health journeys. Why do you feel it's important for you to be open?
I think I am somewhere on the autism spectrum. My instinct is to be honest. I tried Ozempic like 3 years ago, and it made me so sick, and I was so tired. I was vomiting. I lost 30 pounds so quick. I looked great, and I couldn't lift my head off the pillow, so what's the point? I just don't want my friends who are teachers and nurses in their home watching and feeling like something's wrong with them. Honey, everybody's getting a lot of help from a lot of doctors.
We love Amy for keeping it real, but in her new Netflix comedy, Kinda Pregnant, Amy is faking a pregnancy. Baby bump it off. Then she meets the man of her dreams, played by Will Forte. At the center of it is this relatable concept of like, am I in the right place in life where I should be in this moment?
Well, I was the last one of my friends to get pregnant and get married and all of that. And I always had like this a little bit, they didn't make me feel bad, but I just had this feeling of like, I felt left out. So that's what I related to.
Amy's son, Gene, is now 5 years old. The comedian wrote the movie out now, which is produced by Adam Sandler. His wife, Jackie, and their 16-year-old daughter, Sunny, make cameos.
You look so beautiful.
And co-starring as Amy's actually pregnant pals, Jillian Bell and Ginny and George's Brienne Howie.
A baby? No! Get rid of it!
What? Did Adam ever pop over to set?
He did. I wasn't there when he was there, but yeah. But
He popped over. Adam Sandler's wife, Jackie, she's the kindest, sweetest, funniest, most wonderful. They both are.
Now to fellow SNL alum Kevin Nealon. Michelle was with him celebrating the show's major milestone.
SNL, 50 years old.
50 years old, isn't that amazing? That's interesting because I look at some of the cast members that are on there now.
Yeah.
And I left that show 20 years before they were even born. I remember right before I went on my first sketch. It's called Mr. Subliminal.
Thank you, Dennis. Haircut.
We're in the commercial. Coming back in 10 seconds, and Lorne Michaels, the creator of the show, puts his hand on my shoulder. He goes, "Are you sure this is what you want?" I said, "Get out of my way."
Do you have a favorite character that you played?
Hans and Franz.
Yeah.
We want to pump you up.
Speaking of, this is one of our first interview with you.
Baby man's barbell right here. Because only babies could lift it.
What do you think when you see those
Well,
kids?
I think I haven't changed a bit, but Dana got a lot older.
Do people still come up to you and say, "I want to pump you up"? Like, do they still do that?
I think people my age do.
Yeah.
One of the nicest compliments I got was, "Thank you for helping my friend get through cancer," or something like that.
When you think about that time, though, on SNL, and you think about, like, what other opportunities came from that.
I got, a lot of offers. I got to do Weeds on Showtime.
Yeah.
And sitcoms. I did a sitcom right here on this lot called Man with a Plan with Matt LeBlanc.
I think I came over to that set, actually.
I try not to crack up. I have this training background for being on SNL.
Exactly.
Where Lorne Michaels, the producers, thought it was very hacky if you cracked up.
Next up for Kevin, his comedy tour goes through October. But first, it's SNL 50, the anniversary special, live this Sunday on NBC and Peacock. 50 years is such a milestone for anything, but what's the key to it?
It's familiarity. They know there's going to be sketches. They know there's going to be a band, then a weekend update, and then more sketches, a band, and then the good nights.
I'm Kevin Nealon, and that's news to me.